Good morning. You're about to see the sunrise on the peak of Mount Rainier. Here in the parking lot at Paradise Lodge, it's still quite dark. We saw quite a few deer in the park, and they are quite tame. The colors are off a little bit due to the poorness of the light so early in the morning. It's getting a little brighter on the peak. Here is where the walking trails start to get up to what used to be the foot of the glacier. The glacier has receded so that now you can't even reach it by going on the trails. It takes a special hiking permit to go up beyond where the paved trails go. The trail off to the left is Dead Horse Creek Trail. This is the one that we walked up. Clouds down below us in the valley. Last night when we arrived, it was raining and foggy. We could hardly find the inn. We drove around the parking lot 3 times before we actually found where the inn was. So this morning is a glorious morning. The colors here are partly due to fall foliage and partly due to the poor lighting. Getting lighter all the time. This is where the glacier used to be. It's all bare rock. It hasn't got vegetation on it yet. You can see the edge of the glacier right there. Here are a couple more deer, a mother and a doe. I mean a doe and a fawn. They came within 50 feet of us when they were feeding. Here they're about 50 feet away. Still see the clouds down below us. As we walked on up the trail, we kept seeing this white patch which we thought was a lower portion of glacier. And we kept thinking maybe we could get to that. When we got there, we discovered it was bags of fertilizer and boxes of plants, which they were restoring the flora on the bare gravel. Here's the bags of fertilizer. He's taking a plant out to show you what was in the boxes. They plant it there and then they cover it over with the netting on Excelsior and so forth. This mountain we think is Mount Hood. It could be Mount Adams. As we came down off of Mount Rainier towards the parking lot, we got this beautiful view of that mountain. Here is the map with the roads going into Mount St. Helens. The yellow route is the route that we took, and the map doesn't begin to show how treacherous it seems while you're driving along it. Actually, it's quite safe. And you go by miles of devastation from the blast of the volcano. You can't believe it unless you've actually seen it. That sea, that dark sea shape is the volcano, and that right to the north of it is that where the top slid down into Spirit Lake. That dark section is Spirit Lake, and the end of it was filled up. The bottom of Spirit Lake, they say, came up 200 feet, killed all the fish in the lake, caused a big tidal wave. This is the end of Spirit Lake, and down there where those little islands are, like, is where Harry Truman had his camp and refused to leave and died there. There's the old top of the mountain. This area is an off-limits area because they're trying to check on how the vegetation comes back, so they don't want people walking there. This is looking into the cone, the present cone, and I couldn't get a good shot from that place because the sun was almost directly in front of me. So we had to walk up on top of Windy Ridge, and it is windy. As you will notice, there are seeds blowing by, and I suppose this is the way it starts to reforest itself, or the vegetation comes back. 400 steps up to the top of Windy Ridge. This is some flowers that have started to come up in the pumice rock that you see inside of all around it there. That's all pumice stones. It's like walking on marbles. I never did find out what kind of flowers those were. These logs are the trees laying down by the blast. They were all over many square miles. Another shot of the end of Spirit Lake. This year they found one fish in the lake that has come back, a very small fish, and they're very excited about it. That is a good shot looking into the volcano, and you see the steam, it's still active, and you can see the seeds going by. Going by. Now we're down in northern California. This is the Stout Grove, the Jediah Smith forest. These are redwoods, sequoias. There are two kinds of sequoias. This is the one that grows tall. The tallest one, I believe, is 368 feet. There's one in this grove that is 340 feet. You'll see it later. It's a beautiful grove of trees. This isn't the biggest one there. We hadn't found the biggest one at that time. This is the biggest one. This is 16 feet in diameter and 340 feet tall.